students. Today we are going to learn electrostatics, the branch of physics that deals with the charges at rest. So students, it actually deals with the charges when the charges are at rest. It may follow the transfer of charge, may follow the property of charge like electrostatic forces, field interaction, etc. So these all things will come under this segment, electrostatics. It's a very large topic, but we have to study it in appropriate way, right? So the branch of physics that deals with the charges at rest, this we have seen here. Right now, the word come here, charges. What are the charges? As earlier in our childhood, only we have studied about charges. The charges are of two types. One is positive, another is negative. Now, how the positive and negative creates? Actually, all the things are neutral. Neutral means having equal number of electron and equal number of proton. But due to friction, conduction or induction, that we know the methods of transfer of charging. Due to these all methods, may the charges can be shifted from one place to another. That is actually shipment of electron. Like suppose a body which is having 10 electron, if it is in neutral, it may be 10 proton, right? So electron and proton, that makes it neutral. So we can say the neutral, 0 is neutral. But when it is having a loss of 2 electron, that means E, 8 electron, and 10 is gaining 2 electrons. So actually 10 is the 10 protons, is it in positive, right? So 10 plus and 8 minus will give a rise of plus 2. So this is the positive charge in magnitude of plus 2. So plus shows the charge type, whether it is negative or positive, and 2 shows the magnitude, right? So there are two types of charges, positive and negative. Like suppose the electron has got some 2 charges, like from 10 it has got 2, so now it has become 12 electron, but still we are seeing that the protons numbers are 10, so we are getting 2 negative. So either it's a sequence of loss that creates positive, and it's a sequence of gain that creates negative. So this is a simple phenomenon that we know from our childhood only, that what are the charges and how the charges can be created from a neutral body. Like see the methods. What are the methods here? Let us see. The methods are 3 over here. One is friction, another is conduction, and the third and last is induction. However, induction is very important. In friction, what happens? We rub two things like this. So one will acquire the positive, another will acquire the negative. Like let us see here. Like we have 2 markers over here. One is blue, another is black. Now I am rubbing it together. So what happens? One will gain 2 electron, one will lose 2 electron. Right? So there may be a negative charge, there may be a positive charge. So positive, negative, it depends whether the charges are being rubbed or not. Now in friction we have system like suppose glass is rubbed with silk. Okay, now glass will acquire positive and silk will acquire negative. Right? Similarly, we have many things which can be rubbed together. Now conduction. In conduction, it's a simple transfer of the charges. Like suppose we have the charge, one is positive over here, and if it is brought in contact with the neutral body with the contact of some wire, it may acquire the same positive charge over here. This is conduction. So in friction, what we have seen, it acquires the opposite and equal. Opposite and equal charges. Equal in terms of magnitude. Equal मतलब क्या? Magnitude के term में. And in conduction, we gain the same charge. Same charge. But it's a sharing. Suppose there are 10 coulomb charges. Coulomb is what? You know, the SI unit of the charge. So 10 coulomb charge is there. Now suppose an identical ball is taken. Now it may be, suppose it's a positive 10. So it may be after some time, while transferring it, it may be 5 coulomb and maybe 5 coulomb here and here. It may be shared from one to another. Now after this induction. Induction is a method in which the charges are being transferred not by touching. Without touching we can transfer the charges. Like for an example, we have a neutral body. Neutral, we know that all plus and minus, all minus and plus, all are mixed together. It's a neutral. Now when a charged body is brought in nearby the neutral body, suppose it's a positive, then due to induction effect, what happens? Let us name these two balls, name A and B. Now after naming this, what we can see, that due to this effect of positive, after some time, we see that the neutral body will acquire negative charges all one side together, and the positive is being attracted by the negative. Now all this positive is one-sided. Now this positive is being transferred to the earth by a process earthing. So after some time, what we can see that this body is removed out. Now let us see this body is A and this body is B. Now B is removed out. Now after some time, A is kept over here. This A is only with the negative charge. Why negative only? Because plus is transferred to the earth. Plus was transferred to the earth. So now we are having a negative charge over here. So now what we have taken A. Let us see. A was initially taken as a neutral. Now the same A is negative. And we have induced A with positive. As far as A is induced with positive, so A became negative. If we would have taken negative as B, the A must be positive. So this is the induction effect. In induction, we may get the opposite charges. Opposite charges. So this is the phenomena of transferring methods. Like we have till now we have studied the branch of physics that deals with the charges at rest, and now the charges types are there. This is positive and negative. This we have studied, right? Types of charges. And this is the phenomena how we can gain or lose while friction. Now this is the method of transferring the charges or bringing the charges to one body, like friction, conduction and induction. In friction we have two bodies, they get opposite and equal charges. In conduction it's a simple touching method. Okay, here we touch the two charged and uncharged body, the same charge will transfer to the uncharged body. Now induction, A and B is brought together. B is positive, A is neutral. If B is positive, A is neutral, then due to induction effect, what happens? The plus will attract all the negative together and the plus minus is aligned. So the plus is transferred. Now we have the opportunity to send the plus charge to the ground.